Yo, it's effective immediately. I'm DJ Hed.
What up, Hip Hop Nation? It's your favorite homegirl, Gina Views.
We have two special guests in the building, Gina. Let me get this right. The #1 most watched English television show.
Global.
That's clocking it?
Mm-hmm.
She teaching me. Beauty in Black is on Netflix right now. We have the illustrious Crystle Stewart here, and man, the ever so rich Ricco Ross. Hey, we was having a lot of rich conversations.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Intro.
I'm like, whoa, wait.
Because my name means rich.
It does?
Yeah, that's
I
what
didn't even know
Ricco
that.
means.
That's crazy.
Ricco means
I
rich.
didn't know
You
that.
got a lot of fun facts. Speaking of which, I would be remiss if I didn't bring this up. Two things that I wanted to bring up with you, Ricco. First and foremost, you a legend. You know what I'm saying? Because you were in the Aliens movie, and you're the first guest that we've ever had on our show with your own action figure.
Oh, sweet. Love that.
That's crazy to me. I'm a nerd. I like Comic-Con. I know you indulge in that world and stuff like that. That's #1. So that's super fire.
I didn't know you had an action figure.
I didn't know he had an action figure.
Yeah.
That's so great.
First guest ever that I've ever interviewed with your own action figure.
An action figure.
I've been doing this 20 years.
And the crazy thing about it is that it looks like me because they had pictures, and this is when 3D was really coming out. And when they sent it to me, I was like, "Damn, that looks just like me."
Did you? So how did you have to get you had to get scanned for that, or
They had me send them a number of pictures, photographs.
Okay.
Then they put it through the printer, and then they sent me a little head and said, what do you think?" And I said, "That's it, man. That's it." Then they made them in mass.
Then they made them in mass.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. If you got one of those laying around, I'll take it collectively. You know what I'm saying? Also, you being one of the, I don't want to call you a video vixen, but.
Oh shoot! Hold
But
on.
Are you learning?
I'm learning.
Okay.
We're gonna be interviewing together.
Okay. So,
There we
fun
go.
fact: is that you in the "Saving All My Love for You" video with Whitney Houston?
I am the guy she was saving all her love for.
Ricco.
I want to know. I mean, first of all, anything you tell me about Whitney Houston, because my mom played Whitney and Vanessa Williams ad nauseum in my house growing up. So anything you could tell me about that would be fire.
I got stories, dog. I got stories.
Just give me one good one that you.
The first thing was when I met her, she hadn't done. This was her first #1 hit.
Right.
Saving All My Love for You. And so she was just this beautiful sister and just full of life, man. And we had fun. She hadn't acted a lot. And I got cast in. They said that they had cast a model, but he was too good looking, so they brought me in.
Wait.
Backhand,
Wait
compliment right there.
Wait a minute.
Backhand
What?
compliment.
Hold on. Because what does that mean?
That's what I was saying.
What did that mean
What are
for
you trying to tell me? That's a backhand compliment if I ever saw one. But she was cool, man, and we had fun shooting. And then when it came to the acting part, I coached her a bit. And if you look at the video when we're in the booth, we're just playing around and the camera's rolling and we're just having fun. And she came to life. But the one story I'll tell you that was most impressive, she was singing a song. I'm in the booth and she's singing out there. I'm playing the producer, and she's just lip syncing. And the director's, we shot about 3 takes, and the director said, "It's not working. Can you really sing?" And she says, "Oh, of course I can sing." And when she started singing, let me tell you, brother, I said, that woman is special.
Fact.
I don't know what she's going to do with her career, but that's special right there. And that video shot her up to #1.
That's what's up.
First #1.
Because they cast somebody that was less good looking.
Less good than the other guy.
That's crazy as hell.
That's why I shot to #1.
That's fucking crazy. I ain't never heard of that before. But thank you for that.
Have you been on Twitter lately?
I don't go on Twitter.
Well, your thirst trap's all over Twitter.
Oh.
You're a big hit. Oh, they love Horace.
I don't understand why. Because he's in this man's in his 60s. He's in the script. He's 70s.
Yeah.
And they love him though. I don't get it, but I'll take it.
It's your mobility.
It's a
Mobility.
Now, Crystle, I'm a fan.
Are you a fan?
I'm a fan.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take that.
I'm a fan of Mallory, but I'm a fan of Crystle Stewart.
Okay.
Miss USA to me is like one of them things that people don't really. I guess I don't want to say they discount the talent that it takes to do that in the discipline, because I'm not in shape. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dad bod with no kids. Just keeping it a buck, right? So from that standpoint, and then transitioning into acting, I guess. Is that like, is it any different, or is it like similar in the sense where you have to showcase who you are on camera?
It's similar because you have to showcase who you are on camera. I was modeling before pageantry. In modeling, you're selling a product, right? And with pageantry, you're selling yourself. And so when I go into acting roles and to auditioning, I think of that as far as competition as well, but just competing with myself and being the best that I can be at it. So I just take those, different values and things that I learned from pageantry and contribute it to acting as well.
Word. So it's like almost the same muscle.
Yeah.
So
It taught me a lot.
Is it being fake though? Because
it's what being fake.
not because it's like acting is I look at it like a trade. It's a craft. Like I look at it like being an electrician. You have to study and learn and all of the things.
Absolutely.
Whereas being, I guess, yourself is not. So I don't know if you're like pretending, because you're smiling all the time, even if you have a bad day. At least that's what I heard from my model homegirls.
With pageantry, it's still the same. You work in the same muscle because you have to train for it. People don't understand that it's a sport. Pageantry, you're competing. It's a sport. You have to train in fitness, mentally, because you're getting asked questions, physically as well, and wardrobe, all those things. So it really prepared me for the training aspect of acting as well. And also the nose. I lost like 5 times in Texas before I won.
Word.
5 times.
Do you take rejection well?
What's your sign?
I cried all the way home. Virgo.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, just 2 days ago, September 20th.
Wow, happy birthday.
I'm like, I don't actually.
You don't
it keeps me fighting, though. No, keeps me fighting and going. I always tell people patience, persistence, and perseverance.
Yeah.
Those are my 3 Ps that I, when I get a no, I just keep going and keep pushing. I don't like no's.
During season 1 of Beauty in Black, we talked to Richard Lawson.
Ah, did you?
Yes. Yeah, and we asked him what were his initial thoughts when he first reads a Tyler Perry script.
Okay.
What are you guys' initial thoughts when you first get that script?
When I didn't have mine, but
when I first got the script, I got the script. I think it was maybe a week or a week and a half before we're supposed to start shooting, and it's 16 one-hour episodes. So I'm thinking I got to read 2 a day just to finish it before we start shooting. And I read the first 2, and I was like, I got to find out what happens in 3. I read the 3rd one. I was like, I got to find out what happens in 4.
Yeah.
So the first time I sat down there, I read 4 episodes, and I knew at that point, just reading it, that this is going to be something.
Yeah.
It got me just reading it. I was like, it's going to be something.
Go ahead, sorry.
But with mine, I was reading it trying to, look at the character, and that was the first time to get ready for the script and to audition for it. And in the first part, I was like, oh, Mallory's super nice. She's at, in the auditorium and feeling tropic.
So you peel them layers back?
Girl, I got to the 3rd page, and she flipped the script talking about nappy-headed kid. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. The other part I could do. I was in pageants. I can do all that stuff. But then this mean role, because I did For Better or Worse, comedy, stuff like that. And to do Mallory was different. But I was up for the challenge, so.
Yeah.
I'll say this about the first season. I came to Crystle, and I said, Crystle, have you ever received an Emmy Award? She says, no. I said, I think you should get ready.
No,
Yeah.
Because it's because it's one thing. I mean, people, you see a beautiful woman and you think, okay, that's her talent, that's all she's bringing, and then to get cast in a character like this, where you get an opportunity to show the layers, like as you said, as you peel the layers back, and to be able to deliver that. And when I saw her performance, I just thought this is something. This is something that people should acknowledge.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Tyler about it. He says, a lot of times they don't give him any love. Right. For some reason, they don't give me any love. I says, well, we're going to change that.
Yeah.
We're going to change that.
We're going to be up there together.
You are so amazing at
Right?
the character that I thought that was who you really
Fact.
were.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah, like that's how
when you
good
know.
of a job you're doing. Like
thank
you
you.
literally sell it. But Mallory and Kimmy, you guys are my favorite. I actually want to see y'all be friends at some point.
You do? You want
Yeah.
You're like, they need to link up
Because it
together,
kind of,
right?
if during season 1, we saw how Kimmy kind of idolized Mallory.
Mm-hmm.
And then even with Kimmy coming into the office, it kind of like, it's like, like, I don't fuck with you like that, but I respect you. Like, it's like the way, like,
Right,
you looking at her like, all right, I recognize game.
Mallory finds her like a worthy opponent now. It's like, oh, okay, you good.
Yes.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
the competition, Mallory. So, yeah.
How much of your clapbacks are scripted and how much are improv?
So the majority are scripted. So the majority are scripted. 'Cause people have been asking that. Sometimes Tyler, when we're in the mode and going, I'll throw an ad-lib in there now to give him an idea, and he'll like throw some more out there. And some I'm like, Tyler, I'm not saying that. He's like, cut, say it. I'm like Jim Crow. Y'all, I was like, I'm not saying that. Crystle say the line, you smell like Jim Crow. Who says that?
Oh, no, yeah.
Who says that?
What you tell the driver he smelled like he been here all day or something?
Drive with your head out the window.
You told Roy, how can the church save you when your mama gave birth to the devil?
Yes, you girl. I forgot about that one.
When she told him to put his head out the window, I thought she was talking just figuratively. She was like, no, literally, put your head out the window.
Mallory mean what she says.
Some of the stuff Mallory say sound like what Kendrick was saying to Drake last year. Like, you be getting the one-liners off.
These one-liners, people ask how people, so the majority are scripted, but I just have to make sure I deliver it and it lands well, you know, because sometimes they'll be laughing, and I'm like, she's serious.
You took any of them insults back home?
In the what?
Have you took any of them insults back home?
A little bit.
Because I done said some stuff you done said in the group chat.
In the group chat. No, sometimes I'll like take a little dig.
Do you ever have to reshoot those because people are laughing, or do you break character and laugh? Because when you told that man to put his head out the window and drive the car, I lost
that
it.
That took us like 10 takes.
Okay, I bet.
Because everyone was laughing. No, absolutely laughing and cracking up.
And he's driving like this. I'm like, he really put his head out. I was like, I would have walked home. That would have been it for me. Like, you got this.
He was getting directed, because he was like, I put my head out, and put your head out the window, you know? And she looking dead serious. So, no, the lines are funny, and we laugh at them and have a good time with it. And they know it's not me to say those things, so they laugh at me even hard. Even when I don't even curse. I'm not a cursor.
Really?
I said darn one time. They like, cut Crystle. Mallory would not say darn it, girl.
Wait, what you mean you don't? Not even. You don't have.
Life,
you never experienced road rage or like.
You cussing your head?
It counts.
That counts.
That counts.
I'm just not a cursor. I really like if I don't say the B word.
Well, you like say it like you had experience.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I really don't. I'm not a big cursor. You know, it's a little southern.
I admire that. We're actually doing this thing on our show where we're. Okay, so we're allowing the audience to challenge us for us to avoid using profanity.
That's so funny.
We use a lot of profanity.
We cuss so
because
much.
we're on serious, so we can say whatever the fuck we want to say.
I love it. Look,
So my mom she just found out what I do for a living.
Oh, that's
I've been hiding it for a long time. So she tuned into the show. She told me, Regina, I cannot believe you cuss this much. Like, so I'm like, you know what? For moms, I'm going to have to stop cussing.
But what do y'all do? Okay, so when you do curse, you have to put money in the pot? Like, what's the...
We're trying to figure out we're letting our listeners decide how they want to penalize us for our profanity.
Okay.
So that's still a work in progress. We haven't worked it out yet.
I'm like, what we going to do? Look.
Yeah,
what the fuck is this?
Yeah. There it is. That's it. We can all go home. Thank y'all for coming.
Mallory's in the house, motherfuckers.
Now, from a beauty and black standpoint, you kind of kicked this whole shit off because you killed that old lady, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
wait, no, the people don't. Well, yeah, no.
Yeah,
they saw that one.
That was season
all
1.
The way killed her.
What you
just
mean?
Left her to
what do you mean?
Lay down.
That's vehicular manslaughter.
Rory finished it though.
Rory
finished the job.
So now we fast forward to season 2, and for me and Gina was just talking about this. Like, did we forget about the lady? Like,
yeah, we done forgot.
Where is she?
Her T body. It's like
where everybody go? They just dropping off.
Y'all got rid of the white people quick. It's the white people.
Regina, you better stop it.
Wait, no, she was in the hospital.
Yeah, she passed, but
I don't think she gonna make it.
She didn't make it.
I don't think she gonna make it.
For me, watching this Mallory, I don't know what family would be comparable. And I was explaining this to one of the homies about the show, because I'm like, he's like, you watch, because it's a trope, right? You watch these soap operas, and I'm like, bro, this shit different. Like,
I don't know what soap opera he.
I was like, well, they don't know. He doesn't watch the show,
okay.
and I'm like, no, you gotta watch it, because they thinking Beauty and Black. They're thinking like, oh, it's a stereotypical like soap opera. I'm like, nah, this shit cracking. This shit is cracking. Like I'm into it, right? And so as I'm explaining to him, I'm like, it's like if you were to take. If the Addams Family was black, but rich, right? But rich though, right?
You reach way back.
Right? And then because he's an older dude, I'm like, yeah. So if you picture the Addams Family but black, but they like live in Bel Air. You know what I'm saying? Like, right?
I gotta use this.
Right? And he was like, oh, so it's like a twisted. I'm like, yeah, bro. From your standpoint, Ricco, like taking an approach of being one of the founding members of this, right? Did you do any research to help you prepare for that? Like looking at any real world things, like businesses, entities, anything like that?
You know, strangely enough, I was looking at this series called Succession.
I said billions. I said billions in Succession and Addams Family. Yeah.
I need to go watch that.
It's white people, but it's cool. It's good though.
I'm not racist now.
What? It's white people.
So I'm watching this show and I'm falling in love with the father.
Okay.
And I'm putting it out there, not even realizing I'm putting it out there, but I want to play a character like that. I want some of that. And then this job comes along. So that was kind of like my initial research. I'm watching this show, and I had worked with Brian Cox on another movie years ago back in England, and I just remember watching that show, and I just thought I want something like that. And then this comes up, and I read the description, and it says it's a 70-year-old man, and he's ill, and he's old for 70, and they offered me the part, and I was honest with them. I said, listen, when you first meet me, this is not what comes across.
That's not what you
they said, well, don't worry about it. Tyler picked you personally, and we'll make it fit. And so then we go in, and I come to the studio, and I'm wearing shoes. I've trained here at UCLA. I've trained method, and I've trained Shakespeare in London, and I'm trying to find this character. And I started with the shoes, see if I can find it, so I can get to walk. And then I had some old clothes, and I said, okay, it's feeling a little bit. And then Tyler says, try a cigar. I get the cigar. I don't smoke, so I started smoking cigars just to get the feeling of it. And then lastly, he said, why don't you try a cane? And when I got the cane, I was like, I got you now. I got you. And that's how I found the character.
How did you find Mallory? Because you don't even curse, which is
right. No, right, which is crazy. No, I think I mixed a bit of a little bit of Dynasty, a little bit of Cookie from Empire. Because you got a little, you get what I'm saying? You got to mix the bouginess, right, and get a little hood in there and put it together.
Shout out to Taraji.
And then you got shout out to Taraji. And then you have Mallory.
I didn't even put that together. That's good.
Yeah, because she has some, Mallory got a little hood side to it.
And I had done the first season of P-Valley. I played this character who the character description was half pastor, half pimp. And then
interesting.
Right.
And then the COVID came, and they felt insecure about flying me in because I could fly in COVID, and so they kind of wrote the character off. So between studying Succession and then being in P-Valley, I felt like, okay, I got this world.
Yeah.
You play it so well.
Why does Horace trust Kimmy so much?
I think Kimmy wasn't the first person that was down on their luck that he kind of pulled out. Okay. Mallory was the first person.
Oh.
Remember they adopted me.
So I think that he didn't have a daughter. He had two sons. And I am a father of two daughters. And a father and a daughter have special relationships. He didn't have a daughter. He had two sons, and the two sons were disappointing. So I think when he finds a young girl who has potential, who has fight, who has grit, who's intelligent, I think there's that he's drawn to that.
Yeah.
And he what do they call it? Save a bitch. He wants to save a bitch.
Captain Save a Hoe.
Yeah.
Save a hoe.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is. Yeah.
He's got a bit of save a hoe.
Well, not even that.
Right.
And a dude too, because the little
Save a nigga.
Save
Puerto
a
Rican.
Just in general.
What's the Is he Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
What's the little
Angel.
Angel.
Say Puerto Rican. You're so wrong for that.
So I
He's
think
saving
that's
Angel,
part
too.
of it is that he's got a sensitive side, and maybe that's why the audience like him, because he may be the one person that is not into it just for himself.
Yeah.
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 He's actually, if he finds somebody that he fucks with, then he's going to do everything to protect that person and to help that person rise up. And at the end of the day, at that stage in his life, he's not thinking about today and tomorrow. He's thinking about legacy.
Yes.
And when you think about legacy, how do you want to be remembered? Who do you want to leave to take over what you've built up so that it doesn't just disappear? And it just happens to be that these women are coming with it.
Yeah.
And these guys are out there chasing drugs and chicks.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, because I couldn't remember his name, Angel. That's what. Has that been a conversation? Because I noticed, I forgot who I talked to. I talked to somebody from another show, and they have a family and stuff, and they were saying that I guess his spouse was leery about him playing a character that was bisexual or homosexual, whatever. Is that a conversation for you, or like in your real life, or is that
as an artist? Because I'm 6'3" and close to 200 pounds, most of the characters I've gotten offered in my life has been alpha males.
touche?
Alpha males. And as an artist, you want to play something different. You want to show that you have that range. So I've wanted to play gay characters in the past. And when this came up, I was like, the thing for me, if I'm going to play a gay character, if I'm going to accept that role, I got to make it work. And I got to find. I mean, I'm looking at him like he Halle Berry when I'm looking at him. Because I want that to be real for me. I want it to be real for the camera when they look in my eyes. I did have a conversation with my wife because my wife was more uncomfortable with it than I was.
So that was a conversation.
That was a conversation, yeah.
Okay. Was it? I mean, obviously it's pleasant, but is that a tough conversation to have, or is it just like?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a tough conversation. She just thought it was a conversation that needed to be had, and she just thought it was something that needed to be put in the contract. The limits on it.
Oh, understood. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Speaking of your wife, was it ever revealed why Horace and Olivia divorced? Or is it because of the affair with Norman?
It hasn't been revealed, and that's the beauty of doing a series. There's so many. This is an ensemble piece, and there's so many backstories to be told.
Yes. Because that's what I almost feel like I kind of need a prequel to find out where the division between Rory and Mallory came in. Where did you guys start? When did it get so shaky? How did the family get so corrupt? Like it feels like I kind of need
Regina,
like
we
different.
got you.
You got me.
Yeah,
We got
right.
you,
It's
girl.
coming.
We got you.
Okay,
Regina.
exclusive.
Right.
Now,
We got you covered.
do Rory? I keep calling him Rory. Do Roy and Mallory? Do they really love each other? Because it feels like Mallory don't fuck with him, but he kind of want his girl.
No, his whore.
His whore. Look, it's in the contract. They have to stay married. There's different provisions in the contract.
They want their bread.
It's
the
a
money.
business relationship.
For the most part.
Okay,
I do believe at some point she did when they were younger, and then some things happened to make her hate him. To me, when you hate someone that much, there was some love somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because why do you hate that person so much
Yeah.
then? Unless there was some love. So at some point, my character story or arc that I make for myself is that they were when they were younger, and then some things happened within the relationship, and now Mallory is focused on the money and keeping the business afloat.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm curious to know what is the most common misconception that you get based on because of this huge character you play?
That I'm like her. People they feel I am Mallory. They were like, "There's no way she's nice."
People don't want to ask for photos, and
I was afraid of that, to be honest. And I was like, they are about to hate me or like throw something at me when they see me. But everyone's actually been really, really cool and nice and want photos and things like that. And then when they meet me and I talk to them, they're like, "Oh, you're nothing like Mallory." I'm like, "No, I'm just acting."
But that's what I was saying early on when I saw the first season, because I know her as Crystle. And to play that role so convincingly, that says something, And people, I look at social media, they talk about her like a dog. Yeah. People, there's some haters out there, and they hate Mallory.
Yeah, not her.
And she that is a testament to her talent to create a character that's so believable that people can't separate the two.
How do you deal with that? How do you deal with the social media? Do you even care? Do you?
honestly, that's what.
Because on social media, I follow you. You're very nice.
Thanks. I'm gonna try to be a little, But honestly, I have a manager that takes care of a lot of the things for me because I try not to get entangled with that because with pageants that helped me a lot. People can love you one moment and then hate you the second, another second, and I just don't, pay attention to it. I look at the good things. They'll tell me what I need to know, and then I go from there. So social media.
Oh, sorry. Good.
I wanted to know if you got the same backlash from Acrimony.
Yes and no, because they kept thinking that I took, I forget the character, Taraji's husband, and I'm like, no. I'm like, wait a second, she left him. It was just 5 minutes too soon, but she left him, and she saw his potential. And then ran with it. But there was a little bit of backlash from that.
That movie, I want to get back to Beauty in Black, but your character, Taraji's character, and the guy that played her husband, that you guys, all three of y'all, stirred up so much arguments in my group chats.
Okay, what were they? Wait.
Because of who's right and who's wrong.
Okay.
Should Taraji have stayed? Should Taraji have, the whole, just the dynamic of everything is your character. Is she wrong for stepping in and not being a girl's girl? Like that was a big conversation, and people were divided, like politics.
Oh yeah.
Over that movie.
Oh yeah, they were definitely divided from it, and it's funny because I'm like, gosh, she tried. I think she couldn't get out her head the cheating that he did, early on, and then she had other people in her ear.
Yeah.
I think that was the main thing. I'm like, nobody's talking about them.
Yeah.
In her ear, telling her to
the
leave.
Raggedy ass sisters.
Right? Yeah. Girl. Right?
Because go home and worry about your nigga.
Regina, your mama listens to this.
Right.
What?
Say your mama listen to this.
That's
right. They weren't talking about, them putting those things in their ears, so I feel they were wrong, and if she just would have held on just a little longer, but sometimes it's difficult when you just with a guy, for so long, you see him, you're trying and all this stuff, and it doesn't work out for them at that time. You leave, and then somebody else come in and get all the fortune.
That's a good point to bring up. I think I'm going to start an argument in the group chat today about the sisters.
The sisters.
I forgot about the sisters.
They were the ones that were put in her ear.
I got a question about the future. Just you could oblige. I've never had a chance to sit down and talk to Mr. Perry, as people would say. So I got to ask people who are in proximity. Is there? This is a rumor. Again, I be on Reddit sometimes. Is there a truth to there being like a Tyler Perry universe, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where you see Beauty and Black characters start to like mix with other characters from other productions? Have you heard of that? Or
I've heard of the Tyler Perry universe. Have you heard of it?
have you heard of that? It's a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I've only. This is my first project with Tyler.
Right.
I wasn't really that familiar with a lot of his work. I lived out of the country for 13 years, and so that was part of it. So this is my first job. But when I stepped on set, I realized that most of the people in our cast had worked with him before, and some of them a number of times. So there is a kind of Tyler Perry family. The universe, that would be an interesting thing. I did talk to him about another project, and he goes, Ricco, we got a long way to go with this one.
Word.
So
Okay.
So I don't know.
You've heard of that though before?
I've heard of the universe, yeah. I didn't dive into it too much, but I've worked with him before, on For Better or Worse, Acrimony, of course, and a couple other things. And sometimes I feel if he believes in you and sees your potential, he wants to continue to work with you and create this universe. For
the
you.
other thing is he shoots at he is the Elon Musk of filmmaking. Without being the asshole, he does it completely different from Hollywood, and not every actor can make that adjustment. Normally, when you shoot a show, you may walk in, and the first day of shoot is usually a light day because people are trying to figure things out. You may have 5 or 6 pages to shoot that day. The first day we walked in, there was a stack of papers over an inch thick, and I'm thinking. Are they just giving me the first episode or what's going down here? And they were going, no, this is the shooting schedule for today. It was 81 pages.
Oh. Damn.
81
and I remember my butthole tightened up so tight. I was like, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. And this is the way I got through that day. I got through that day like this. The same way you walk 1,000 miles. You take one step at a time. So I says, I'm going to learn this first scene. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to kill it. And then I'm going to work on the second scene. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to kill that one. And by the end of the day, it'll all be done. And that's what I did. And from that moment on, after the first day, I was like, I got you now.
Yeah.
I'm good now.
How was that 81 page for you?
I'm like, I went in guerrilla style. I'm like, we're going to just try to make this thing work. It's a lot.
It's a lot. And even while you're changing clothes for the next scene, you've got a reader there going over lines for the next scene so that you get in there and you're more familiar with it. And at the end of the day, you shot 12 hours or 14 hours. They say, okay, this is what we're shooting tomorrow. Be ready.
Do it all over again.
And you got to do it all over again. And so what I would do is I try and learn my paragraph, my long lines. Yeah. But you can't, there's no way you can learn all of that. So you basically try and make yourself as familiar as possible. And with a lot of veteran actors, a lot of veterans actors are so used to shooting at the slower pace that they can't handle this pace. So I think when he finds somebody that can handle it
and adapt
and thrive in it, that it makes sense that he wants to use them again. They're proven.
What's you guys' my favorite Beauty in Black moments is always the boardroom.
With everybody.
Yeah, it's so explosive, but we also get to see all the characters on screen, or the majority of all the characters on screen at the same time. What are you guys' thoughts when you are shooting those boardroom scenes?
Win my line. When am I?
She just worried about her shit. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna hit my cue.
I'm like,
hit my cue.
Okay, go.
All right.
It never seems like y'all acting. It seems so real.
We're like a family. I mean, it's funny because outside of the show, we're super close and like family. So getting into the boardroom, we like being in the boardroom together, and these scenes are normally pretty powerful. But
I think because we're so cool off camera and we know each other, that we can look each other in the face and say some of the most horrible things because we know that that's not us. This is a character, and it frees you up. Yeah. I mean, when I had to tell my son that you let another man climb on your back and fuck you, and you know,
that was crazy.
You know, and the venom that I'm saying this with, and I have two sons. I would never say anything like that to my son. And to say it with that type of venom, you know, it does require you to put yourself in a different space for that moment. To the point where afterwards, I almost want to come and hug you afterwards. Like,
like, I love you.
We good, right?
Right. I was just gonna say we didn't get a timeline on the affair. Does Horace think that one of his sons are not his?
Why you all up in my business like that?
My bad. Let me
Why you always Regina?
I'm on my third time watching the season, so I done found every little.
Right?
The second half hasn't even come out yet. Yeah. Why are you trying to spoil it for people and stuff?
We got to find some teeth.
Yeah.
Well, Tyler said if you like the first season, you know, buckle up.
Oh yeah.
Buckle up for the second season. I can't wait till y'all see the next 8
part
that
2?
drop.
Oh, they're not ready for part 2.
Part 2 crazy.
Part 2 is crazy.
Because part 1 ended cutting up a body in the shower. Like, what's going on?
Hey, just say no to drugs. That's
just say no for real.
Just say no.
Speaking of cutting up a body, Miss Debbi Morgan.
Debbi
is fire in this.
She killing it.
Oh, she did such a good job acting drunk.
Like full mob boss.
She is killing it. And you know, those dimples, that was a line that I just threw in, that don't let the dimples fool you. And that was the one that we had to take over because she even started laughing. But she walked in that room and she got in the middle and she's got these dimples. And I said, you see that one in the middle? Don't let the dimples fool you.
Right. Like, y'all relationship is crazy. But also the scene with you and her at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And she was trying to hit on the big dude.
Varney.
What she called him? I forgot what she called him. But she's trying to hit on him, and she's like drunk. She's completely inebriated.
She opened that jacket up.
Yeah. She's completely inebriated, and you keep a straight face the whole time, and I'm like, it's no way I would hold it together.
Oh, we were laughing. Yeah, we had to cut. Oh, yeah. Because she was acting. She was, acting drunk. She was so funny doing those scenes, and seeing Varney almost about to crack up too. He was like, "Okay, cut. Go ahead and get your laugh out." And then I'm like, "Wait, did we get?" I don't know if they got to that scene yet. Okay, no.
If you don't know,
okay, I'm not saying it. Okay, yeah.
No, I just wanted to know about that, and then also like, this is just a fan question as far as like the explosive scenes that Gina was talking about. Because when we had Richard Lawson here, I was like, how do you look at somebody and say the most crazy shit ever? And then they say cut and y'all just go to lunch.
You know what I'm saying? Chilling. You peeing on people and stuff. And
I was literally about to go to that.
I knew it.
That's where I was going. You peed on this man I know it wasn't real pee, but still, just the fact that like we wouldn't be cool. Like we not cool. It ain't good. We ain't friends. We got to run a fair one.
I got to tell you, when I'm on set, I don't play around as much as I would on other characters because the characters are so different from me.
Okay, gotcha.
And so the cane, I'm with it whether the camera's going or it's not going. So much so that the props guy said, "Listen, can I give you this cane just for you off camera, and then we'll keep this one for on camera," because I find it a little hard to jump in and jump out, and my character's so vicious sometimes that I'm not all buddy in between shoots. As a matter of fact, it was a couple weeks into the shoot before one of the actors realized that I didn't need a cane.
Word.
Yeah, Tyler started playing some music, and we started dancing, and she was like,
You need that cane all the time.
Ursula.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was like, I thought you were really handicapped.
You always had it. He always had his cane.
Yeah, I always had
about it.
No, when we saw you walking through the hallway, I'm like, oh, he made it out of Thailand. That's why I'm like, he don't need the cane. Why is the family so mean to is it Varney, the lawyer?
The lawyer.
Attorney.
Mallory's the only one that's nice to him.
Why are they so mean? That because you are. Cause I'm
Is
not
that
sure.
another
Yeah.
backstory that we'll probably get eventually?
Well, I think the family has its own personal problems, and it's somebody to blame it on. You're supposed to be the guy that's supposed to be making it all work,
Yeah.
and it's not working.
Okay.
It really isn't his fault. It's the family's
He's just a
fault.
fall guy.
But he's the fall guy. He's the one guy you can point at that come. You're the lawyer.
Yeah.
And he's insecure because he knows he's sleeping with the boss's son.
skeletons.
Yeah, so he has skeletons. So he's a little sensitive and standoffish. And Mallory, that's the soft side that you can see of her befriending Varney in this season. Which actually, me and Terrell are really good friends, so it was fun to play that role and be nice to someone for a change. But it was nice to see the evolution of the relationship.
Yeah, and I also think Varney's character. He's very smart. My character says he's very smart. And my character even kind of wishes that he was my son. If I had a son like this, he would handle business. So there's a frustration. I look at him and I'm like, but I got these two knuckleheads, So,
speaking of, you brought up skeletons. I think Mallory is one of the only ones with no obvious skeletons other than murder.
But yeah, right. Murdering somebody that started
that's kind of big one though.
No, I mean y'all knocking people off just
like that.
Yeah.
Mallory's also it seems like Mallory is the one person who's like you're married into the family, but you're also the one. I keep saying you. Mallory's also the one who's trying to maintain the peace within the family.
Yes, because she's trying to keep this, company afloat. She's the only one basically running the company. The boys aren't doing anything. Yeah. Horace has been sick. She's doing everything, so trying to keep everything afloat. I think her skeleton is, why is Mallory so mean?
Yeah.
Where is this coming from?
And
that's something I had to, I'm like, I would ask Tyler, like, why is she so mean? Like, where's she
pulling that from?
Where is she pulling that from? And then once I found out, I was like, if you go back when she said, she was adopted and all these things, okay, why were you adopted? And why were you adopted at such a young age? What happened? And you guys should see some of that in part 2.
That sounds like another
perfect.
series.
Right.
A prequel to Mallory, because Mallory a Leo.
She's a Leo.
Mallory a Leo.
Right?
My last question is constructive criticism from Tyler or on set. Like, what's some of the things or lessons or something that you guys have like taken and implemented into it?
Good question.
Because I remember talking to two people who done production. They're like, no, he's hands-on. Like, you could change some shit, but don't change my words, like, specifically. So is there anything that stands out to you guys?
That's one of them. He wants you, he gives you a little leeway, but he likes you to stick with the script. I mean, he'll let you ad-lib a tab, but if you go too far, he's like, really back. This is what the script says. He'll ask the script reader. I have to think a bit. It seems like you have yours, Ricco.
When I read a script, I usually read it. I read it 2 times. I read it the first time to get the story. I read it the second time just from my character's point of view. And by the time I finish the second time, I'm making choices. And when I walk in, I feel like I know this character even better than the writer now because I'm playing him. I'm breathing the life into him. So when I come on set, a lot of times when I'm reading it the second time, I'm changing lines. And as I'm changing lines and I read it and I keep reading it, I end up often going back to the original lines because I find out actually they actually work better. But I give myself the freedom to play around with it. And if I get on set, and when I get on set, I did find this that with Tyler, with the veterans, the older actors, that he would give us enough rope to hang ourselves.
Damn.
And if it didn't work, he'll say go back to the script. But he would give you that leeway to play around if you were so inspired. And at the end of the day, he also knows that he's going to edit it the way they want to edit it. If it didn't work, he can cut it out and go back to the script. But I did find a lot of times I would change lines and then end up changing them back to what he had written. The one liberty I did take is I took away some motherfuckers and some niggers. Because I felt like there were a lot of them in the script, and I felt like my character had such a presence that he didn't need that. When you're playing an alpha character, or you're playing a king or something like that, it's not you don't have to shout. As a matter of fact, I based my character partly on my father. My father was a big man in the community. He was a big man as well, and he was also a Golden Glove boxer. And when people would start talking loud and shouting and whatnot, he would lower his voice. And then they would get quiet so they could hear him.
I could see that in your character.
And so that's what that's what I kind of use as my foundation. And so I don't say as many of the N words and the F bombs as written, because I feel like when I do use them, I want them to count.
Yeah.
Well, I added some in mine.
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it.
We're just going to cuss away if that's what we're going to do.
She's like, oh, it doesn't have to be me. I'm going to curse.
I know. I'm like, it's not me, so let's curse away. No.
I did not know you added some. Oh, my God.
Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay. I'm kidding. No, I made sure, I wanted to trust the process, because this was such a different role for me. And sometimes Mallory would just have to go completely crazy or, cuss someone out or say all these things. I'm like, I don't want to say this or do this. And I'm just trusting what Tyler, wrote and how he sees this character and just diving all the way into it, and embracing it and putting a little twist to it, being a bit more stoic, and in a way, a little mix of my personality, because I don't yell either. Personally, I'm not that type of person. So a lot of times, even when I say the lines, the one-liners, people are like, how do you say it with such a straight face? That's kind of how I am, naturally. I have a dry sense of humor. So you would think it's a funny line. You're supposed to laugh at it, but Mallory's dead serious, you know, when she's it means everything she's saying, So just trusting the process and what Tyler has written for these characters and embracing it and trying to find your way through it and navigating it. And looking at, I get to play and act with Ricco Ross.
Yeah.
And Debbi, and Richard, these veterans, these legends. Yeah. He always feeds just great things into me and positivity. Like what he said, he texted me that, look out for your Emmy. And he would always say that, oh, Crystle, you're doing so great. Love you. All these positive things. So to be around that, it makes you better. It makes you want to be better too.
Yeah.
Another thing that stood out to me about your characters, your T's are enunciated. One thing you're going to do, when you say shit, you be like, shit.
But you hear the country accent?
Yeah.
You hear the Texas
that T is going to hit
right?
every time. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go fix your shit. I was like, she meant that.
Mean it, right?
I also think that's one of the things that brings this character to life and makes it real, is that she's this beautiful woman. She's got this powerful position, but there's a little bit of country in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And when you put all those together, it's a real person.
Yeah.
That's a real person.
She's such a boss.
Such a boss.
Mallory's such a boss.
Something.
When she the first season, I remember when you kept saying kill.
I can't say it right.
Kill. I was like, she is serious about that. I will kill. I was like,
it's the Texas twang.
I know
I'm supposed to be from Chicago.
But it works. It works, girl.
There's certain words I cannot say right.
Like what?
Like anything, let's say Kyle. A name Kyle. Mm-hmm. Kyle. Mm-hmm. Kyle. Kyle. What else? It's the diphthong that I try to work on, and I'll hear it like the shit.
That was great.
Kill. I can't. That's how it's the Texas in me. The diphthong. They call it. I cannot get it out.
It works. Right. I think it works for the charger though. Yeah. It makes her real. Yeah. You know that there's some street in that woman.
It's relatable.
There's some country in there, and you probably don't want to get her to go there.
Tyler Perry. I've always admired Tyler Perry work ethic way back from The Place, and then even up to now, getting his own studio, being on Netflix.
And he's a genius.
Yeah, in that.
I mean that in the serious, in the literal definition of it. The man is a genius, and we don't use that word with him. We use it with people in tech and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This man is a genius.
Watching the Have and Have Nots, for better or for worse, Sisters. Anytime I see the credits when it comes up and it says written, directed, blah blah blah,
Produced.
Tyler Perry, I feel like I'm not working hard enough when I see that. And it always upsets me when something new comes out and I see that Tyler gets so much flack for the way he depicts black women on screen. And it's like, these roles are actually relatable roles, even though it is this dysfunction, but this regular, this is where I'm from the hood, this is where I come from, so I recognize the people that are
that's real.
Exactly. And it's real. Crystle, you specifically, being that you worked with him for so long, can you just speak to the love and support that he does have for black women that for whatever reason has been misconstrued?
Yeah, I mean, Tyler, I don't even know where to start. I can just speak for myself and how he's helped me and uplifted me throughout for years now, and wanting to put black women in leading roles and pay them more than what most directors and producers, would pay as well. He's always been a great support system for me, personally and business wise. Really, great friends as well. But he definitely has the utmost respect for black women, utmost respect for black women and love for black women, and wanting to see them in higher roles, higher positions, and pay them adequately as well to suit that, and make sure they feel that they're seen. Yeah, that's his main focus. I want to make sure and other people, I see you, and I see your potential, I see your growth, I see where you can be, I see where you are now, and if he can help in any way, he will. And it's stuff that he does behind closed doors, people don't even know. Things he's done for me and other people that I talk to, and unless we say it, no one would know it. He doesn't even care. He just wants to help and pour. He's such a giving person and such a loving and caring person. People just have no idea how much he does for people behind the scenes. You only see what's in the public, but behind the scenes, he does even more.
I can only imagine. Yeah.
He's a good person.
I think now at this stage in his life too, he's thinking about legacy.
Right.
Yeah.
And every day when we come on set, we have a prayer in the morning time, and whether you're religious or not, we just hold hands and we pray, and he put us all on the same page, and we start the day that way. But he's always putting us on game, putting us up on game, and he's talking about showing us our potential, telling us this is what I did, and I started from nothing. Don't limit yourself. Don't even with this project here. He says when we don't know what this project's going to do when it first came out. It may not go to number one. It may not go to the top 10. He says, but don't just look at America. Look at the world. This is Netflix. This is global. Look at what other countries are saying. He's always putting us up on game, and that's part of I think what he wants to do now is he's lifting his community up, and that's going to be his legacy.
My question is about not necessarily specific to Beauty and Black, but just as people, as human beings, being parents and being like how do you balance family life? Me and Gina, we don't have kids. I do music. I've been in the music business for almost 20 years now. I've been in the music business. I'm in the studio. I'm on tour, whatever. How the hell do you balance being a family person and having a career that's demanding? I mean, either one could go first, because
I know what you was about to say. How the F do you?
I was gonna leave the F-bomb for you.
Yeah, right. No, I was just talking to I have two little kids that are 5 and 8, and I live between Houston and LA, and I have a daughter with special needs that I haven't quite talked about. And remember I called you one time.
We talked about it.
And, and talked about just life, going through divorce. I recently got divorced, and just stuff. And I'm like trying to balance everything. It's difficult, I'm going to say the least, but it's about prioritizing and organizing yourself. And that's maybe the Virgo in me. And having that release as well of someone that you can talk to, like I called Ricco one time. I was completely stressed out, frustrated about some things, but learning how to keep your cool and keep your focus. And what are your priorities? My priority right now are my kids, being fresh, newly single and everything. And like, okay, I need to focus on them. and then my career, and then how do I push through this time and season in my life. But there's no, to me, playbook on how to balance all of it, because it's a lot. But we have different careers, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you have a 9 to 5 and you can come home and do it's it's difficult. And how do you organize that? I'm still figuring it out to this day. I think I would hopefully pretty decent at it.
No, it's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that it's easier for male actors that are in a relationship.
I can see that.
Because the kids, they want their mom and they expect their mom to be there all the time. I mean, she'll be on set and she'll be throwing out F-bombs, and then we'll be going to the next scene and she's in the car and she's going, "Oh, hi, buddy. How you doing, buddy?" Buddy.
You say buddy, hey buddy.
She calls him buddy all the time. And it's just,
buddy.
she's finding that balance. Mm-hmm. With me, my kids are older. I'm gone. I let them know I'm gone. Where I'll be and when I'll be back. But my kids are 30 years old, so they're doing their own thing. It's a lot easier for me. And even when they were younger, their mom was holding the fort down when I was away. And so I think it's a lot easier. It was a lot easier for me as a man handling it. I do wish if I could go back, I would. I think a lot of times when my kids were younger, I would even be at the park with them, and I would watch my son. He'd go, "Daddy, watch," and he'd jump off of a stair, and then he'd go back up, "Daddy, watch," and he'd jump off, and he'd do that about 10 times, and I'm thinking, I need to be looking for work. What am I doing? I think if I had to do over again, I would be more present during those times.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. That's how I am, and I like to ask questions like that because I'm like complete. I don't have a wife, kids, none. Neither.
No, you married to this gig right now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'm looking though.
You look at that?
Man, listen. Well, thank y'all for coming through though. Like, Beauty in Black is really, really good. You know what I'm saying? I don't like nothing. I don't.
I'm looking forward to like hundreds of seasons.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Please.
Amen to
Thank
that.
you.
Amen to that.
But
Thank you.
and like I appreciate just y'all being willing to share, your life experiences and stuff like that. A lot of people be like, I don't want to talk about the show. You know what I'm saying? But thank you though. I appreciate y'all for being here, Ricco Ross and Crystle Stewart. You're welcome back anytime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And also thank you for being, because I feel like one of the things that's lost on TV is seeing Black families.
Facts.
So thank you, for being part of, essentially it's part of history that, we don't have Black families on TV. We don't have the Moeshas and the My Wife and Kids and stuff like that anymore. But you guys are doing that for us. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Good point. Thank you.
All right, you guys.
Beauty in Black. Go check it out. It's on Netflix right now. It's effective immediately.
Yeah.